So we talked about obviously last lesson getting that head up.
Yeah.
What you were doing before was going through your sort of normal routine with the head down.
Yep.
Getting yourself set up with the feet, a little bit of a reach for it there, okay? And the last second, just sort of bobbing your head up to get in position, okay? Now you're changing your head based on where your body is, okay? Now if your head's rolled, head down, you're going to get a roundness in the shoulder, stretch for the golf ball, you're not getting the right position, okay? Try if we can see the head, sort of shoulders are back, your back's nice and sort of neutral there. We're getting the club down behind the golf ball with the head in the right position to start with, okay? We're not sort of just doing this and lifting up.
Okay.
The whole body is setting up better. Now in terms of the swing, you said the swing, I said the swing works around on a circle. We don't want to be swinging out here to the left to try and perhaps draw the ball or do something to try and anti-slice it. The golf swing is a curve around the body, okay? And when we do that, as long as the arms are hanging down naturally from the shoulders, we're not stretching out, okay? We need to be nice and loose with the grip. Don't push the arms forward. Then your arms can just swing back on their normal path there now. As the club starts coming, as we can see, we can hit the golf ball, and that club we can see now, if you sort of put the club back a frame, that club has worked around to the right nicely, and we've released the club up over your right shoulder, which is where it needs to go. It doesn't want to go up here somewhere. No golf swing in the history. They're throwing the club over their left shoulder as a left-hander or right shoulder as a right-hander, okay? But swinging around the body, okay? In terms of the ball position, just to reiterate that, okay? Driver would be front heel, okay? Everything else now, whether it's an iron off the ground, okay, would be inside your right heel. All that changes is the width of your stance. So with a narrower stance, if your golf ball, for example, should we say 6 inches is where your ball should be, it might be a bit more than that, could be a bit less, you'll find a comfort spot where it feels good for you, okay? Usually 5-6 inches is about the right sort of spot. So if your feet are 12 inches apart, i.e. sort of width for a pitching wedge or a 9-iron, your golf ball now is technically in the middle of the stance, isn't it? 6 inches one way, 6 inches the other. If you go to 18 inches with your 4 and 5 iron, you're now 1/3, 2/3. Okay? If you're chipping and your feet are 6 inches apart, the golf ball now is left of centre because the ball now is going to be where your left foot is. 6 inches from your right heel. So that always stays constant. Rather than
chipping, you're going to have your feet very close
fairly
together.
Close together, exactly. Because you don't need the base to swing a golf club is only required for a long swing or a full swing. So for me, you've got sort of two setups. You've got the full swing setup where your feet are pretty much as wide as your shoulders or a bit wider depending on the club you've got, okay? And a short swing setup where they're narrower. Exactly. So with a small shot chip into that yellow flag 20 yards away, we don't need a full base to sort of swing the golf club. We don't need power or stability. We're just swinging our arms and shoulders back and through. The stance would be narrower.
So and you wouldn't move your feet. Just supposing you had to hit it further than the yellow, you wouldn't move your feet. You just put more.
I mean, the thing is, if you want the ball further, take more clubs. If you're driving the longest club, What you will get, the thing to think about with a driver now, if you're trying at the driver, we'll say 15 yards further, maybe. That's potentially what we're trying to. We're not going to get more than 15, 20 yards if we really give it a smack. So we're trying to gain 15 yards. Okay. So to do that, we've got to try and smack it as physically as hard as we can and lose control. So we're risking potentially losing the ball out of bounds, topping it, duffing it for the gain of 15 yards. Now, if it's a par 5 or a par 4 and it's going to take you 3 shots to get there anyway, why get 15 yards nearer and then take a second shot short of the green and then say your approach shot's going to be 60 yards or 45 yards? What's the benefit? Or your approach shot's going to be 125 yards or 140 yards? What's the benefit? Nothing really. Take your point. So there's no point trying to gain 15 yards or 20 yards, risking everything to gain really nothing. You're not gaining a shot. If we could gain 50 yards, then fine, but no one can. You can probably, if you gave it a real good smack and got a perfect strike, which can happen, okay, you'll gain 15 yards, 20 yards.
On the analysis, I might make 15 on one of them, but the other 3 might go.
Exactly. So what you might gain at 15 yards, you're not gaining a shot. You're just getting that sort of male ego beating your mates by 15 yards. But the other 3 holes you mess it up, you might lose 2 golf balls and make a triple on the other. So 15 yards gained and no shots gained, and then 3 others you mess up, you lose 7 shots. So is it worth trying to gain 15 yards? No. Get the ball in play with the driver. If you want the ball further with your irons, if your 7-iron needs to go further, hit your 6-iron. Your 6-iron further, your hybrid or whatever. Hit a longer club, not just hit it harder. Okay. If you're with a driver, it can only go as far as it can go. Accept that, and if you hit 14 drives in the fairway, 185 yards off the tee, you'd score well. Okay. Make sense? Good. So get that routine, chin up the whole time. Okay. Keep that posture throughout the game of golf. Bit of advice. Chatting to a sports psychologist I was chatting to. And he said to me, really good bit of advice when you're playing golf. Next time you play golf, look above the flag as you're walking around. So when you're walking out, what's your head got to do? Not walking on head
Yeah, yeah.
Look above the flag.
Yeah,
So when you get to the golf ball, you just suddenly now when you do that, Gary, you sort of suddenly go, oh, hang on, look above. You feel your chin this way, okay, because you're looking above the flag. Just like you're walking up and you feel your shoulders like heads up when you're looking above the flag. When you get the golf ball, okay, that's fine. Look at the golf ball, get your chin up the chest there. You're leaning forward.
Yeah.
Hit the golf ball.
But
Follow
also
the ball.
doing it the other way round.
Yeah.
I'm putting my arms in the wrong place.
And you
like,
stretch
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.